What's up, friends? Welcome back to Creative Spark, the community of digital entrepreneurs. It's your host, Be the Creator. Every Monday, I come here to talk about entrepreneurship and digital evolutions for creative folks. So make sure if you're interested, hit that subscribe or follow buttons. Well, every Monday, except the previous one, I was forced to take a nice little vacation in Miami. Left the mic for a week, which I don't complain about it, guys. You can see it on my skin if you're watching on YouTube. But guys, today I thought it would be nice to talk about the difference between 9 to 5 work and never-ending grinds. So clearly, most entrepreneurs has a working schedule from more waking up to midnight, which can be referred as never-ending grind. That's what I like to call it. Why did I choose the grinding life over a safer version? Let's talk about that. Let me talk about actually my answer to the question of why. So maybe you can decide if this is the choice for you, if you're at the beginning of your journey. Because, let's get something straight. This lifestyle is not for everybody. It's not always the coolest choice. It doesn't bring you the most amount of money or comfort. I know everybody is talking about like, this is the only dream lifestyle. Everybody wants to quit their job and switch to this nowadays. But I could easily say, it's not for most. Okay, so I can also say I didn't want to work for someone else's dream but my own, which is probably the most cliche answer ever. So let's skip that. So for me, this is definitely about turning my lifestyle into a full-time career with both my creative part of my lifestyle, where I go out with my camera and just like the grind and meet with other people, learn about them, and the social media part, which I'm trying to build community, educate, and inspire. And sometimes I do it for other brands. And I love working on constant progress, and I like seeing the results for anything I spend effort with, whether the results are small or big. So not all the time I get the results I want or expect, and that's the risky part of the grinding life. When you grind, the big majority of us usually watch the small percentage, the 1%, which grows super fast with much less effort, while we struggle to achieve even a small fraction of their success. So, but this kind of struggles build character and mental strength in most of us and makes the story of the future milestones much more juicy and exciting, I guess. So it's not only about the payments, it's not about the money or growth all the time. Obviously, there are times for that, but it's about the satisfaction, the reaching the goals you set for yourself, or I set for myself. So I put months of thoughts, effort, and content to grow the community on places like online blogs, Instagram, YouTube, and you name it. And the first year really didn't go like I planned. I made zero revenue, zero. And very little interest from some people who barely know, because I was a person I was barely comfortable to speak in front of a camera. Although I landed on some interesting opportunities because of the Instagram content, met some really cool people, I haven't made a solid income. I wasn't really comfortable in what I was doing in the camera. So the only hope during that time actually came from those 3 to 4 people I can count who constantly showed me support and told me that, they were really getting some benefit and value out from my content I shared. So, that gave me goosebumps. And after the first year, I really had the pressure to quit this effort, start for looking for jobs. I was resisting so badly, but even the life was forcing me so bad. But I forced myself to find new ways to rebrand myself, to create a new income opportunities and support the lifestyle. So I actually worked really hard and invested to level up my content and start working on other brands instead of myself a little bit. So, I put myself in the back seat so I can at least get some comfort to work on my own after I get the financial out of the way. So here's what I really learned after that. You really don't know what you really want until the moment you face a big failure or a decline in the space. So you truly understand that you belong to a dream if you're still in it after it gives you nightmares. That was cool, right? I came up with that. When you're about to become an entrepreneur, you talk to everyone like, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna work for my own dreams, I will be my own CEO. Wait for the moment until the life takes over the control and overwhelms you with everything financially and mentally. Let's talk about afterwards. If you're still excited to work on your grind after a year of madness with no results, then you probably belong to the lifestyle and you deserve to enjoy what the life will bring you soon. But hey, I don't know about your journey, you don't know about mine probably if you've not been watching for some time, but I would love to learn about yours. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, leave a comment about it and find me on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere you can find me to ask any of your questions. I love to reply any of the comments or any of the questions all the time. But now, 9 to 5. Guys, this is not a lifestyle that everyone can go through with a smile on their face, but Same applies for the opposite way of living. So if you're not truly enjoying the growth stages, you cannot last until the part where you really become independent and free to schedule everything however you like. It's pretty much like 9 to 5. You thought you become the free person once you quit your job, right? No, I just told you, like, you read the title, right? It says from 9 to 5 to morning to midnight. It sounds actually more scarier, right? Like, the first stage of becoming financially and mentally independent is to have a massive grind stage where you need to build a system that will work for you, so you can have, a sustainable lifestyle where you can work your schedule however you like, but also take care of yourself anytime, much more comfortably. But you gotta build the system first, and that's the most challenging part, which I haven't fully built yet. Also, a very important thing, the money flow shouldn't stop when you take breaks. That's where you really get messed up during the times when you take breaks, which you definitely need sometimes. But you know what? That's all I'm gonna say about this topic, guys. Unless you guys have some questions, I'm definitely happy to make another video about this. But whether you're in the beginning of your grind or have been through a lot, you must know that this is definitely not for everybody. Not everybody wants or deserves this type of freedom. Yeah, I'm pretty serious. Like, not everyone deserves this lifestyle, guys. Some people will be more happy in a safe haven rather than in their own haven. And since this is the ultimate goal is happiness, that's totally fine. So all power to you if you're happy in the 9 to 5 or you're a hustling grinder and you enjoy it. All power to you again. And with that, I'll leave you with your week, guys. And thank you so much for listening. But hey, if you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. It's pretty new on Apple, so I would really appreciate it. It helps me big time. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and hit all the shiny buttons that you see on your way out. And I wish you have an amazing week. That's it from me, guys. Be out.